Let's quickly talk about how to use Reddit for marketing. And Reddit can be a very powerful platform for advertising, for marketing, for outreach strategy. Okay, so in today's conversation, I really want to explain to you everything you need to know about marketing on Reddit this year. So let me give you an overview here. The thing is, when you think about Reddit, I want you to think about marketing on that platform, a tricky challenge. The reason is that on Reddit, you have a community-driven crowd, okay, and you have crowds that really you have a crowd that actually establishes its own rules, okay. So basically, they don't like pushy marketers. They don't like pushy advertisers. At the same time, if you gain traction on Reddit, you really have established your credibility big time because it really they look at authenticity, they look at credibility, but they look also at how you engage with the crowd. Okay, now why should you consider marketing on Reddit this year? Well, Reddit is not a place for quick wins. Okay, this is a long-term effort. It takes time, it takes stability, it takes scalability too. And the good thing about Reddit is that it is actually is great for audience targeting because it is purpose built for audience targeting because we have about 100K, 100,000 subreddits. Okay, those subreddits are actually topical discussion boards. They're actually focused on on a specific topic. Okay, there are topical discussion boards, and the thing is that there is a community that makes sure that nobody actually veers off topic. And people trust Reddit big time because of the fact that they have established this sort of credibility criteria, stability, credibility standards, okay? And Reddit content is all over the SERPs, okay? So recent Google Core updates gave Reddit a huge boost, making it the third most visible website in results pages and quadrupling, and in some cases even quintupling the traffic it got from Google, okay? And also, Reddit still remains less crowded for advertisers. So that means what? It means that you basically are able to make a difference on Reddit versus on, let's say, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Pinterest, Snapchat, and other social media. I mean, Reddit is not really a social media. It's more of a question forum. Okay, it's more of a question platform, kind of similar to Quora, but Reddit is way better and way bigger. So if you think about using Reddit for marketing this year, what kind of strategy should you be implementing right off the bat? Because see, the whole thing is you want to implement the strategy right off the bat. So basically, first of all, you have to understand that Reddit marketing can be tricky, okay? Because the community is in control. I think I've said that. I mean, on most social media sites, algorithms do the heavy lifting of surfacing content for your feed, right? Much of that work on Reddit falls to the people in the forum, and they do so through the subreddits. Remember, the subreddits are the topical discussion groups, okay? So, and in terms of so why am I saying that the community is in control? Because the community can upvote or downvote actually a post. Okay, so when visitors see a post, they have the option to click an up or down arrow to see to actually say if it's useful and relevant. So as a brand, you don't want to be on the business end of a pile of downvotes that will relegate your content to near invisibility and could even get you kicked off the forum, not to mention damaging the brain trust you were hoping to build in the first place. Okay. Also, each subreddit has its own promotional rules, so that's important to remember. So, subreddits are mostly community run and have their own set of guidelines. Some are pretty open to promoting products as long as you follow the rules. For example, you can list your creations for sale on the Our Artisan Gifts subreddit, okay? However, don't even try and hawk your wares over on our social media managers. You will get a message like from moderators to actually ask you to tempt things down, okay? And also, the cool thing about Reddit is that you have an you have anonymous you have anonymity. Okay, anonymity encourages candid feedback. When you create an account on Reddit, you are given a random name and an option to include an avatar. No personally identifiable information is included. So this is kind of cool because basically nobody knows your name. So there are fewer filters on what you are willing to say. The voting system keeps comments somewhat on the rails. So this is kind of cool. So what are the steps here? If you want to use Reddit for marketing this year, what kind of steps should you be taking right now to make sure that you are actually successful? Well, the first thing you want to do is to find the right subreddits. Remember, subreddits are those topical discussion forums, okay? So you want to make sure the subreddits are like revolve around your brand, revolve around your keywords that matter to you, right? And but see, this is not an easy task. Why? Because you have about, I mean, actually more than 100,000 subreddits. Can you imagine that? 100,000 subreddits. Okay, so you want to make sure you go as granular as possible. And the reason is that if you're not granular, you'll be wasting a lot of time talking to the wrong people. Okay, say you sell marketing software, so you want to start by searching for things like marketing, social media marketers, and marketing tools. Now, you don't just want to jump into the first group you stumble across. Let me give you a few other ways to narrow down your list. Again, you have to go as granular as possible, okay? You want to look at how many members the group has. You do not want to end up in a very isolated, very small group either. See how active the group is, how many posts there are from the last day, last week, last month. You want to look to see if another brand is active there and how they are received. And you want to read the subreddit's community guidelines, especially the rules on promotion. So that's the first thing. The first thing is you want to find the right subreddits. Second thing is you want to be genuinely engaging. See, on Reddit, the whole thing is that you want to add value. Don't try to really push your products, like think about pushing your products right away. Think about adding value. Think about contributing to the platform first before asking to be thanked. Okay. So if you do not go into a subreddit and start promoting your products, do not share links to your content, don't even mention your company unless the conversation explicitly calls for it. Okay. Now, what you can do is that you want to share personal experiences and insights. Show your knowledge by contributing to conversations. Respond to other commenters with the intention to help and support the community. So you want to add value. Another way to beef up your marketing on Reddit is to look for opportunities to learn and comment. Right? It's all about going back to what I said about adding value. There are millions of conversations happening on Reddit at any point because remember, you have 100,000 subreddits. So you want to actively and consistently search the forums to find conversations worth jumping into. So, three popular types of conversations to look for: conversations about a problem you can solve, like how can I improve my gut health? Conversations asking for recommendations. So, what's the best, let's say, orthotic for back pain? And conversations that mention your brand or products. How do I find good keywords in SEMrush, Moz or Ahrefs? Okay, so you want to have a look at basically what kind of responses have been given so far and how you can really add more value. Okay, just remember that a subreddit typically has rules against promotion. Okay, so but the thing is that if you are seen as a genuine commenter and you are actually maybe sliding in your products, for instance, you might get a break. Okay, so even if you don't engage, you can still use Reddit as a market research tool. The conversations that come up in your searches will be full of customer pain points, business reviews, and industry trends you can use to inform your marketing strategy. You can also host an AMA session. So AMA means Ask Me Anything. So those sessions are one of Reddit's most popular types of content. During the events, someone offers to share their experience by answering questions the subreddit's followers pose. Now, there are a few limits to what you can talk about in an AMA. As always, though, you want to prioritize helpfulness over promotion. So, AMAs are a great option when you are launching a new product or brand. So, to get the best response, you want to try to tie your AMA into something topical in your industry, like a new regulation or other headline. If you want to really use Reddit for marketing this year, you want to create a branded profile page or user community. See, the whole thing is you do not want to really promote or at least openly promote your products or services. But if you create a branded profile page or user community, then you can really you have a little bit of flexibility. Okay, you can create an account dedicated to your business on Reddit, then use that account as a hub to share important brand or product information, or as a brand community where, say, users trade ideas and comments, or both. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So users, if when users ask about, let's say, choosing a topic, you are able to jump in and really provide a lot of info. You can also invest in paid ads. So paid ads are the most direct way to market on Reddit. They are a great complement to your, say, organic engagement strategy. You can also target niche subreddits so that your ad dollars are not wasted. Now, there are actually two general types of Reddit ads. You have promoted posts and what Reddit calls high impact offerings. Let me first talk to you about the promoted post. So those posts look more like organic posts and appear in a subreddit thread or discussion feed. The big difference is that they are tagged as promoted. Okay, so this is kind of important. And promoted posts can be video, image, text, AMAs, or carousels, or some combination. It really depends on the kind of post you have. So that's for promoted posts. What about high impact ads? Well, high impact ads are more like banner ads and come in three types. So you have Reddit takeover ads. This show up on the user's Reddit front page and trending conversations for 24 hours. You also have category takeover ads, let your brand in a subreddit's page. And then you also have first view ads. Those appear at the top of the page and are the first ads seen on Reddit's home and popular pages. So this is kind of important if you want to gain visibility anyway. So now let's talk about benchmarking. So if you think about using Reddit for marketing this year, there are five brands. Actually, five brands. They are doing great. I mean, not five. I mean, let's say 3 to 5 brands. I mean, when I was doing research, I found five brands, but I think three are really killing it when it comes to benchmark. When it comes to Reddit marketing right now, okay, you want to really pay attention to what they're doing, best practices. That way, you can avoid mistakes too. Okay. So first you have SEMrush. So SEMrush is doing a great. You can see the subreddit dedicated to SEMrush on Reddit. Okay, fantastic. They have about 47 as of the date of this show. They have 4,700 members. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So the brand is always active, really active. You can scroll through it and you'll see users posing questions and sharing tips. You will also see educational posts about internal SEMrush influencers. Okay, so this is kind of cool. And you are able to actually promote the brand. You can see that SEMrush does a great job at promoting the brand without actually getting into self-promotion, like, for real. Next, you have Chevy. So Chevy actually Chevy uses emojis, okay, to actually stand on Reddit. You can see the subreddit here. And so this is fantastic. And this Chevy marketing process highlights how Chevy is able to helicopter their ad right in front of just about any niche group they want. Can you imagine? They're showing their cars, okay? And they're not even talking about anything. They're just showing the cars. Fantastic. Next, you have Schwab. And Schwab, the investment powerhouse, does a great job when it comes to their presence on Reddit. basically they are able to match their message to the subreddit topic. Okay, for instance, on the subreddit Schwab, okay, you have everything about the Schwab investors. Okay, this is really fantastic. So here, Schwab investors can ask questions, and the brand itself can actually answer them. So this is kind of cool. Can you imagine that this subreddit has more than 60,000 members? Really fantastic, and they're doing a good job actually, without even mentioning the brand at all. They're just answering questions. They're just asking. They're just adding value. That's what I was telling you when I said you want to add value. You want to really contribute to the community. You want to contribute to the platform. You want to really find solutions to users' pain points. And if you can do a good job at that, then you would have won hearts and minds anyway. So, what's the takeaway here? If you think about marketing on Reddit, you first need to understand that you want to really dial back all your notions about marketing in general, okay? Promotion in general. Usually, when you think about marketing or promotion, you want to have an active approach, right? You want to advertise, you want to promote over and over and over. On Reddit, it's actually the other way around. You want to be as passive as possible. You do not want to be out there and really sort of flex your promotional muscles. No. You want to first add value. You want to first be seen as a credible source for context, for content, for nuance. Okay. You want to show your credibility. You want to show your knowledge. You want to show your acumen. You want to show your expertise, and you want to contribute as much to the platform as possible. And by doing that, by actually helping users solve their pain points, you're actually getting new clients. You're actually getting upvotes. You're getting your comments upvoted. You're actually getting new let's just say a positive reputation, and that's what you want. Okay, one thing for sure, if you want to engage in Reddit marketing, you have a lot of ways. But first, you want to find the right subreddits. You want to be genuinely engaging. You want to look for opportunities to learn and comment. All right. And again, those opportunities are there all the time. I don't care how known or unknown your brand is. Chances are you are in a niche, and you can always search by keywords and see what keywords are trending, and just contribute, just add value. You can also host an AMA session, right? I think this can really help boost your brand big time by instilling a level of credibility around your brand on the platform. You can create a branded profile or a user community. That way, you can control the rules of the community. You can instill, actually, you can set those rules yourself, as opposed to abiding by rules that others have set. And you can also invest in paid ads. And those paid ads, I mean, they're really effective, but you got to have the funds, you got to have the budget for it. And just to remember that Reddit advertising is like advertising on any other platform. It's expensive or cheap. It really depends on the niche you're in or the keywords you're going after. Okay, but also the location of your target audience. So this is important to keep in mind. So, in conclusion, to this conversation, I spoke to you about Reddit marketing. I gave you the overview, the strategy, the steps, the benchmarking, and the takeaway. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.